Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to a Monday edition of the Hyperactive Conservative. I'm John Gale, and welcome Facebook, welcome YouTube. We want to welcome all of our brand new subscribers to the YouTube channel. We're excited to share a little bit about that this morning as we begin today's broadcast. Wow, what a weekend it has been. I hope everyone enjoyed their Mother's Day with their family. I hope you were able to see your mom, or maybe not see her in person, but at least see her via Skype or FaceTime or something like that, and maybe even visit with her wearing your masks. Or maybe she lives with you, and that's an awesome opportunity to be with your family on Mother's Day. So we got to have a nice long conversation with Mom on the phone, and it was good. Not as good as being able to see her in person, but we know that day is a-coming. It's a-coming soon. Amen. I sound like a Southern preacher. Well, we want to welcome you to the Facebook and to the YouTube channels. We want to make sure that you like, share, and follow us today. Hit that thumbs up, start a watch party. Welcome, Anita. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you being here today. I just wanted to share a little bit about what happened over the weekend. We posted Dr. Jeff Barkey's speech in California. He's a physician who has some of the same beliefs that we definitely have. And I wanted to share a little bit of that video with you right off the bat before we get into the funny memes of the day. So let's go ahead and take a look at this video of physician from California, a general practitioner. His name is Dr. Jeff Barkey. Let's take a look. Hang on just a second. Let me make sure that I've got the right video loaded up here. Here we go.
What if the experts are wrong? What if quarantining the healthy doesn't actually save lives? What if wearing a mask in public is not effective? My name is Dr. Jeff Barkey, and I'm here representing thousands of physicians across the country whose voices are being silenced because we don't agree with the mainstream media and the experts who are telling us what to do. Never in the history of this great republic have we quarantined the healthy. Never in the history of this great republic have we told churchgoers that it's illegal for you to exercise your First Amendment right of freedom of religion. Yet at the same time, it's essential to keep pot dispensaries open. Never in the history of this country have we been told that you can't go to church because it's non-essential, but you can go get an abortion because that's essential.
That's just a portion of the video that we posted from Dr. Jeff Barkey's speech in California over the several days ago that took place. I believe it was Friday. We posted that video on our YouTube channel, The Hyperactive Conservative. And in a matter of 48 hours, we've had over 9,000 views of that video. And we've gained over 90 new subscribers to the channel. So we are excited, and we want to thank all of you who might be watching today on the YouTube channel. So thank you all for being here. And that being said, you too can subscribe very simply to the Hyperactive Conservative simply by going to do a search on YouTube for the Hyperactive Conservative and then hitting the red subscribe button. If you do that, you'll receive notifications every single time that we load up a new video to the channel. So thank you, new subscribers. We are so glad that you are here. Excitingly enough, I'm watching an amazing technological feat right now. I'm watching live captioning taking place on our Facebook page, which is just the coolest thing. I have not seen that as of yet, and that is a pretty neat thing to see in real time happening. Wow. So subscribe to us on YouTube. You can like, share, and follow us on the Hyperactive Conservative, either on the Facebook page or on our YouTube channel. That all being said, we're going to get right into the funny memes of the day. We call it the crazy Corona news. Yeah, baby. And that is what it is. It gets crazier each and every single day. You just don't know what to believe after a while. And that's what's so darn exciting and fun about it, isn't it? Yeah. This one, and I wanted to share right off the bat. I thought it was humorous. I'm about fed up with this quarantine. A little baby calf with great big doe eyes. And that's pretty much how I think everybody's feeling right about now. I love this meme. Did you fall from heaven? Trump asks Pelosi. No, why? Because you remind me of Lucifer. That's going to get the funny laugh of the day, I tell you what. Yeah, she is a lot like Lucifer. That is the truth. Pelosi is. Gates meme. You are being conditioned to think that people who stand up for their freedoms are selfish, extreme, irresponsible, hateful, irrational, and lawless. Isn't that the truth right now? If you have a different position now than the media supposes, if you have the position that we need to get back to work, that this is hurting more people than it's helping people, that more people are going to die from the effects of our response to the coronavirus than actually die from the COVID-19, then somehow you're being conditioned that those people are selfish, extreme, that they're irresponsible, hateful, that they're irrational and lawless. Why is that? Why is it that the ones who enjoy their freedoms and want to fight for their freedoms are considered to be irresponsible? Yeah, this one about Gates. FYI, Bill Gates, a software developer, is allowed to speak on COVID-19, but medical doctors are censored by YouTube. Why is that? Are you paying attention yet? Doctors' YouTube's videos constantly being taken down, while Bill Gates, who is no physician, no scientist, just a software developer that couldn't even keep his own Windows program from getting viruses, now wants to tell us how to be safe from a virus. Finally, this funny meme. Does anybody know how much the murder hornet stimulus check's going to be? I'm waiting around for that. Meanwhile, many people have not received their stimulus checks as of yet. Terry, have you gotten yours? Thank you for tuning in, Terry Shope. Appreciate you being here today. Have you received your stimulus check yet? I'm just going to check here on my YouTube page. I had it up. Excuse me for my voice sounding a little hoarse today. Not sure why that is. I hope it's not the Rona. Now, I'm just going to find my YouTube page right here and make sure that we are streaming live, and we are indeed. So that's good to see. Can't seem to see the there we go. I just want to see any responses, but I'm not seeing those. Oh well. We'll figure that out later. All righty, let's get right into the breaking news. It's what we call trending now. Yeah, well, we just shared the video that we played from Dr. Jeff Barkey. If you haven't seen his speech in California, go to our YouTube page and watch that. Very interesting speech from him. Meanwhile, we want to get right into the news today. The morning news for Monday. Last week, Attorney General William Barr's Justice Department dismissed the case against Flynn, Trump's first national security advisor, who was seen as a key prosecution witness from Robert Mueller's investigation of the Trump campaign. Trump, along with Republicans, seized on the decision and framed it as an example of a Democrat-manufactured plot to remove him from office, and that's exactly what it was, using the Steele dossier, which was paid for by the Hillary Clinton campaign. Sidney Powell, one of Flynn's lawyers, told Fox News Sunday that FBI agents did their best to hide their investigation in an attempt to entrap Flynn. She mentioned a meeting on January 5th in 2017 at the White House that included Obama, then FBI Director James Comey, and then Director of the National Intelligence James Clapper, and former CIA Director John Brennan. Powell said that the whole thing was orchestrated and set up with the FBI, Clapper, Brennan, and in the Oval Office meeting that day with President Obama. She told Maria Bartiromo, the anchor. Bartiromo, asked police if she believed the scandal reached up to Obama, and Powell responded, absolutely. She believed that. Trump later tweeted Obamagate, indicating that he believed that Obama worked to undermine his presidency. Here's his tweet, Trump's tweet. He was an innocent man. He's a great gentleman. He was targeted by the Obama administration. He's targeted in order to try and take down a president. President Trump said. Trump continued, what they've been doing is a disgrace, and I hope a big price is going to be paid. A big price should be paid. That's never been anything like this in the history of our country. What they did, what the Obama administration did, is unprecedented. It never happened. Never happened. A thing like this has never happened. Trump sometimes sounds a little bit like Dr. Seuss when he talks. Have you ever noticed that? Oh my goodness! But craziness that's going on right now with the information that's being sent to Dr. Bill Barr. Moving on, Fox News is also reporting that the Democrats are resisting the coronavirus reopening. Can you feel it? Can you feel the pace quickening? More cars on the road, more people in the stores, more advertising, crowding your inbox. Activity is picking up even in the state of New York, where they're still under lockdown. It's palpable. Americans everywhere want to get back to work, and Democrats don't like that one bit. The worse things are, the better their chances are in November. After all, Joe Biden is blaming President Trump for having helped throw the country in a deep recession. He sure doesn't want the hard times to end. A recent tweet from former Vice President claims Donald Trump spent the last 3 years undermining the core pillars of our economic strength. Really, your economic pillars destroyed the nation, Joe Biden? That will be the news to millions of former felons, workers without a high school diploma, disabled people, and others who finally, under this White House, were able to find work. Whose White House are you talking about, Joe? Horrific job losses brought on by the coronavirus lockdown are giving Biden's struggling campaign a lift and maybe a new focus. He claims that he and President Obama guided the country through a similar tough time. Really, what time was that? So voters should trust him to do so once again. Let me hit my mute button and cough a little bit here. Wow, I hope that helped. Moving on. The Western Journal is reporting a huge group of California churches have announced a plan to defy Governor Newsom's order to close down. Roughly 3,000 churches and 2.5 million congregants statewide announced last week that it will return to conducting in-person services by Pentecost on May 31st, rather than await the third phase of planned societal reopening. Newsom, the first governor to introduce a statewide executive stay-at-home order, finally pushed California into phase 2 of its reopening effort on Friday, allowing retailers to recommence on-site sales under substantial health and capacity restrictions. Just on-site sales. That's phase 2. How does that open up anything exactly, physically? That's my question, Newsom. Newsom did not, however, definitively indicate when the phase 3 introductions of public dining and in-person church services might come, and that left church leaders unwilling to cooperate. Our churches are a part of the answer, not a part of the problem. Water of Life Community Church senior pastor Danny Carroll said, "We're an essential part of this whole journey, and we've been bypassed, kicked to the curb, and deemed non-essential." Listen to this. "My church made 10,000 masks and gowns for doctors while practicing social distancing," Brown told the Son of San Bernardino County. "We fed people and procured electronic devices for seniors who were isolated." Newsom has no problem at all with that, but when we want to gather together for worship, he has a problem. "We have a pastor in the South in Chula Vista feeding hungry people a mile long in cars socially distancing," Doman said, according to Fox. "How can the church be non-essential?" That's my question to you, Governor Newsom. How can the church be non-essential when they are doing such essential things? Meanwhile, the Gateway Pundit is reporting that there is nothing from the CDC I can trust. Dr. Birx told off CDC director claims that COVID-19 mortality rate is inflated by as much as 25%. That's right. According to a new bombshell report from the Washington Post, the White House Coronavirus Task Force Response Administrator is doubting the administration's numbers. Dr. Deborah Birx reportedly made the comments during a Wednesday meeting. During a task force meeting on Wednesday, a heated discussion broke out between Deborah Birx, the physician who oversees the administration's coronavirus response, and Robert Redfield, the director of Center of Disease Control and Prevention. Birx and others were frustrated with the CDC's antiquated system for tracking virus data, which they worried was inflating some statistics, such as mortality rate and case count, by as much as 25%, according to 4 people present for the discussion or later briefed on it. 2 senior administration officials said the discussion was not heated, the newspaper reported, but the other 2 disagreed. There is nothing from the CDC that I can trust, Birx reportedly said, according to 2 of the people. The flare came 2 days after it was reported that an internal government model based on data from the CDC and other agencies projected the daily count would rise to 3,000 by June 1st, the newspaper noted. Listen to some of these false statements that have been made over the last few months. Dr. Tony Fauci and Dr. Deborah Birx used the Imperial College model to persuade President Trump to lock down the entire U.S. economy. The fraudulent model predicted 2.2 million American deaths from the coronavirus pandemic. The authors of the Imperial College model shared their findings with the White House Coronavirus Task Force in early March. Dr. Fauci and Dr. Birx then met with President Trump privately and urged him to shut down the economy and destroy the record Trump economy based on this model. A new critique of the Imperial College model finds the study is completely unusable for scientific purposes. The study is a complete sham. Dr. Fauci and Dr. Birx pushed a garbage model on the White House and the American people, and they destroyed the United States economy. We reported earlier today, Gateway said, that frontline COVID-19 doctors this week have gone public saying they feel pressured to show COVID-19 as cause of death on certificates of patients suspected of having the virus when they also had underlying medical conditions, comorbidities, which actually caused their deaths. Now even the doctors are challenging the CDC. I'm glad that these things are starting to happen. How about you? The Daily Wire reports that NBC's Meet the Press admits that their segment on the Attorney General William Barr was not accurate. The Meet the Press team admitted late on Sunday that their segment earlier in the day made remarks by Attorney William Barr last week incorrect. They were false after host Chuck Todd was called out publicly by a spokesperson for the Department of Justice. The remarks that Meet the Press deceptively edited came from the following exchange during an interview that Barr had made with CBS News reporter Catherine Herridge. Barr said, well, history is written by the winner, so it largely depends on who's writing the history. But I think a fair history would say that it was a good decision because it upheld the rule of law. It helped. It upheld the standards of the Department of Justice, and it undid what was an injustice. Well, Todd's segment on Meet the Press only aired the first 2 sentences from Barr's answer, and he cut off the rest. Those first 2 sentences, again, said, well, history is written by the winner, so it largely depends on who's writing the history. Well, what does that make Barr sound like? Todd then said, I was struck by the cynicism of the answer. It's a correct answer, but he is the Attorney General. He didn't make the case that he was upholding the rule of law. He almost admitted that, yeah, this is a political job. But Barr's spokesman, Carrie Kupik, responded to the segment by transcripts from Todd's segment and from Barr's interview last week and wrote, very disappointed by the deceptive editing commentary by Chuck Todd on Meet the Press. Compare the 2 transcripts. Not only did the AG make the case in the very answer Chuck says he didn't, he also did so multiple times through the interview. Meet the Press later responded to her tweet, writing, you are correct. Earlier today, we inadvertently and inaccurately cut short a video clip of the entire interview with AG Barr before offering commentary and analysis. Well, Chuck Todd just jumped right on it. He didn't care about where it was edited. He was going to get in his commentary no matter what. The remaining clip included important remarks from the Attorney General that we missed, and we regret the error. Yeah, too little, too late. Too little, too late, Meet the Press. Channel 7, WHIO TV, is reporting about a Pennsylvania man who was charged after he got into a fight with a grocery store employee for not wearing a mask. Nick Connolly of Verona captured the encounter May 1st on his cell phone as he tried to walk into Monroeville Giant Eagle grocery store. He said he was stopped by the store security at the door, and he said he tried to explain that he had a doctor's note exempting him from wearing a mask due to panic attacks. Take a look at this video. Let's see.
Counter at a Giant Eagle in Monroeville. Tensions flared when security guards confronted a customer who was not wearing a mask. Channel 11's Lori Hoy is live with more on this situation. Good morning, Lori.
Good morning, Joe. Well, we've learned that customer is Nick Connolly from Verona. He recorded the encounter on his cell phone.
Outside. Don't touch me. Outside. That's the second time you've touched me. I live in America where if you have a note to not wear a mask, look at this.
This cell phone video was taken earlier this month by Nick Connolly at the Giant Eagle in Monroeville, but he was stopped by store security. Connolly says he tried to explain that he had a doctor's note exempting him from wearing a mask due to panic attacks. He talked to NBC's Sarah Harmon.
Do you feel that when you go into a grocery store without a mask that you're putting anyone else at risk?
That's hard to say. That's a really tough question for me to answer. No, me personally, if I was scared, I would stay home. I'm just not scared.
Giant Eagle issued a statement saying we are committed to safeguarding the health and well-being of our team members and guests while creating a safe and comfortable environment for everyone. Connolly says he's gone to other Giant Eagles without a mask and has never been stopped. And according to our Trib partners, Connolly faces charges including simple assault. Reporting.
Why does he receive the simple assault charge when the other guy was touching him first? There's video of it. And who believes that Giant Eagle sends out these big bully bruisers to come and go after the guy not wearing a mask when he had a doctor's note for it? What is wrong with our society? We are now becoming the Nazis themselves. We are deciding who deserves to be someplace and who doesn't deserve based upon a mask that doesn't even protect anyone. Sad. Sad state of affairs. Meanwhile, a Colorado restaurant defied their state's order and opened up for Mother's Day. Take a look at this video here. Let me find it for you. Let me open it up in a different... Castle Rock, Colorado. Wow. No practicing of social distancing there. Holy mackerel, look at that. A line out the door, guys. Wow. Wow. Crowds packed into Castle Rock's C&C Coffee and Kitchen for its Mother's Day rush on Sunday. The restaurant's owner, April Arellano, had reported that she would go out of business if she didn't do something. Lines were long, and it appeared that in some cases, most of the cases, social distancing efforts were not enforced. Some customers were without masks. I didn't see any. It was unbelievable, said one resident who went to pick up food at the restaurant but left before paying after seeing the crowds, according to the Denver Post. Under the state's safer at home mandate, residents are not required to stay at home, and non-critical businesses are currently operating with certain restrictions to limit the spread of the virus. Wow. Finally, some sad news to report today. Veteran actor, comedian Jerry Stiller, Seinfeld actor, he's also been in many, many other shows over his decades-long career, has died at the age of 92. Jerry Stiller, his son, posted this tweet, who is best known, Jerry Stiller, for his roles on Seinfeld and The King of Queens. He's died of natural causes, Ben Stiller, his son, announced on Monday. He was 92 years old. I'm sad to say that my father, Jerry Stiller, passed away from natural causes. That's what we have to say nowadays so people don't assume it's COVID-19. He was a great dad and grandfather and the most dedicated husband to Anne for about 62 years. He will be greatly missed. Love you, Dad, his son said in a tweet. Our condolences to Ben Stiller and our sympathies and prayers for you and your family on the loss of your father, Jerry Stiller. That's going to be it for today's episode of the Hyperactive Conservative. I surely hope that you enjoyed today's program. Be sure to tune in tomorrow morning right around 11:30 Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday, as we will do it all again. Again, thanks for tuning in, YouTube viewers, and thanks for the nearly 100 new subscriptions over the weekend. You're awesome. Thanks for joining in. You can follow us on YouTube as well as on Facebook simply by doing a search for the Hyperactive Conservative. Give us a thumbs up. You guys have a blessed day, and we'll see you tomorrow morning at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. God bless you. Bye-bye.